முறையார் காட்டும் மாப்ரம்மத்துவாலன் சிவநிலை தவசற்சீட செரிகுருவரன் சிற்கையன் உவகையோருருவன் தன்னுள் உவப்பவன் கழிமூகத்தன் அவனையான் தென்பான் மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே அவனையான் தென்பான் மூர்த்தி அப்பனை ஏத்துவோமே. உள்ளதலதுள்ள உணர் உள்ளதோ உள்ள பொருள் உள்ளலர உள்ளத்தே உள்ளதால் உள்ளமெனும் உள்ள பொருள் உள்ளளவன் உள்ளத்தே உள்ளபடி உள்ளதே உள்ளல் உணர் மரண பய மிக்குள அம்மக்களரனாக மரண பவமில்லா மகேசன் சரணமே சார்வர்தம் சார்வொடுதாம் சாவுற்றார் சாவென்னம் சார்வரோ சாவாதவர். So from which verse you have to study now? 30, na? நானாரென மனமுள் நாடியுள நன்னவே நானாம் அவன் தலை நானமுற நானானா தோன்றும் ஒன்று தானாகத் தோன்றினு நான் அன்று பொருள் பூன்றமது தானாம் பொருள் தன்னை அழித்தெழுந்த தன்மையானந்தருக்கு என்னை உளதொன்று இயற்றுதற்கு தன்னையலாது அந்நியம் ஒன்றும் அறியார் அவர் நிலைமை இன்னதென்று நல்லவன் அது நீ என்றம்மறைகள் ஆந்திடவும் தன்னை எதுவென்று தான் தேந்திராது அது நான் இதுவன்றென்றெண்ணலுரன் நின்மையினால் என்றும் அதுவே தானாய் அமர்வதால் என்னை அறியே நான் என்னை அறிந்தேன் நான் என்னல் நகைப்புக்கு இடனாகும் என்னை தனை விடயமாக்க இருதான் உண்டோ ஒன்றாய் அனைவர் அனுபூதி உண்மையால். When the scriptures say thou that art or that thou art and that thou art tattvam asi, when the scriptures say that, what one has to do? One has to inquire, is that so? Am I the supreme self? How is it possible? Who am I? From where this I is arising? That is how you have to inquire. And through this inquiry, the ego sense, the small I perishes and the true I is revealed. Without doing this, if you simply sit and do japa, or you think that I am not this body, I am not this body, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, okay, that is one way of doing things. But here Bhagavan says, Adu vicharamama. No, that he has asked somewhere else. Here he says that is not vicharam. Adu ennal uraninmayinal. That is what he is trying to say here. He is saying, when you sit and you do this kind of a dhyana or japa, that I am that and all, uraninmayinal, because you don't have that vairagya or that determination, that sort of one point attention towards the self, you are indulging in all the other things. Why? Because aduve tanai amarvadal, because that is always yourself. So therefore you need not realize it. Only thing is this ego which is in between should perish. For that you have to inquire the source of the ego. That's what Bhagavan is saying. It's very important, because even the soham bhavana is only a bhavana. But here Bhagavan says, you keep your attention in the I, that is more potent than this aham bhavana, soham bhavana. Because that will straight away, it will destroy the ego. As I told you in the morning, it is not difficult. Actually, it is so simple and straightforward if you know what Bhagavan is talking about. Bhagavan is talking about, there is the sense or the feeling, I am there, I am, na irukken. So there is this feeling. So you keep the mind there. That is called this I. You keep the mind always there, and the mind glides into that. So not doing this, you only go on entertaining some bhavanas, howsoever wonderful it may help, definitely. That's what Bhagavan says. Like to remove the deham bhavana, soham bhavana may help. But he says that because you are not fit or you are not wanting to do this with atma vicharam, that is why that is taken up. That is Bhagavan's standpoint. And then if somebody says I know myself or I don't know myself, both are ridiculous, because the self is not an object for somebody to know. So one self to know and the other self to be known. Even if you say I don't know also, it is ridiculous. Both are ridiculous, equally ridiculous. Because tannai vidayamaakka irudhaan undo. Can you make this self as an object? Or there are two self, one to know and one to be known? Onrai ulirvadu anaivar anubhuthi unmayam. It is always one, the self is always one. That is everybody's experience. Right? Therefore, there is no question of knowing the self, as we have seen again and again. There is no question of knowing the self. It is just being. Now moving on to the 34th verse. என்றும் எவர்க்கும் இயல்பாயுள பொருளை ஒன்றும் உளத்துள் உணர்ந்து நிலை நின்றிடாது உண்டின்றுருவருவென் ஒன்றிரண்டன்றே சண்டையிடல் மாயை சழக்கு என்றும் எவர்க்கும் இயல்பாயுள பொருளை ஒன்றும் உளத்துள் உணர்ந்து நிலை நின்றிடாது உண்டின்றுருவருவென் ஒன்றிரண்டு அன்றன்றே சண்டையிடல் மாயை சழக்கு என்றும் ஆல்வேஸ் எவர்க்கும் ஃபார் எவ்ரி ஒன் இயல்பாய் உள்ள பொருளை. This self is a natural state. இயல்பாய் இருக்கு. Meaning without your effort or without your knowledge or your knowing or not knowing, the self is shining ever in the heart, always in everybody's heart. இயல்பாய் உள்ள பொருள். That is the most natural state. Nisargadatta also says it is the most natural state. So it is everybody's birthright because it is our own self. இயல்பாய் உள்ள பொருளை ஒன்றும் உளத்துள் உணர்ந்து நிலை நின்றிடாது. ஒன்றும் உளத்துள் means what? With one pointed attention, mind turned within. ஒன்றும் உளத்துள், உளத்துள் means in the heart, உணர்ந்து, having known or having realized that, நிலை நின்றிடாது. Meaning what? You have to bide there without doing that. See, this is what நிலை நின்றிடாது means. Without doing that, if you fight with each other, saying that undu, indru, the self or the Paramatma is there or it is not there, uru, it is with form, aru, no, it is not without, it is not with form, it is without form. Andru means what? See, uru, aru, endru, ondru, irandu. Ondru means what? It is non-dual. Irandu, it is dvaita, it is two. Andru, it is not even non-dual or not dual, it is something else. Like that, to go on fight. Sandayidal. To fight with each other. Sandayidal means to fight with each other. Mayai Shalakku. It is all Maya Karyam. Shalakku means Manamayakam. It's all mind's delusion. So once when you understand this Swarupam is beyond all thoughts. Ullalara ullatte ulladal. Beyond all thoughts, it is there in the heart. Ulla porul ulla levan. Who can think about this? Ullathil ullabadi ullade ullal. Just to remain in the heart as oneself is the real meditation on the self. If this is so what we have to do? Following our Guru's Upadesha, we have to turn within and seek the source of this small self, the ego sense, and try to abide there in the source. Uditha idathil odungi irukkanum. That is what we have to do. But the mind will not allow it to do. Instead, if you go on fighting, vada pradivadam, tarkam, with everybody saying that no, the Paramatma is not there, is all shunyam, or Paramatma is there, he is with form, no, he is without form, he is non-dual, he is dual, Visishta Advaita. So Dvaita, Advaita, all these are Sandayadal, to fight with each other. Maya Shalakku, it is Maya's Karya, and it is all delusion of the mind only. It's Manamayakam only. It will not help anybody. It will not help anybody. It is all wasting one's energy and time, precious time. Since it is beyond thought, it cannot be captured by the mind or the intellect. There is no point in arguing about this endlessly. Either you surrender completely, எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய், உன்னிஷ்டம் என்னிஷ்டம், இன்பு அது, என்னுயிர் இறையே. Whatever is your wish is my wish, and that is joy for me. This is one attitude. The other attitude is what? To dive within and seek the source. Without doing this, if you go on studying scripture, hair-splitting argument, and discussing endlessly, it has no meaning. Contemplation has got meaning. Independent contemplation has got meaning. But to go on arguing, fighting with each other, and trying to prove one point, one superiority in intelligence, it is all ahankaram only. Sandayidal mai shalaku. So please do not do that. That's what Bhagavan is trying to say. So don't even argue. It is whether non-dual or dual, or irukku or illai, is there or not, uru or aru. All these things will be resolved when you abide there. Without knowing it, like a blind man hugging the elephant, of very many people who were blind, they were hugging the elephant. One was holding on to the tail and saying that it is like a rope. Elephant means it's like a rope. Another fellow holding on to the legs. Oh, elephant means what? A pillar. Huh? Like that. One fellow holding on to his ears. He's like a swadagu. Swadagu means what they say in English, I don't know. In English I want to know. Huh? Vandava. Fan. Swadagu fan green. Anyway, Moram Nama, English I get a Moran Tamil சொன்னேன் செய்யறது. He's telling us சொல்றாரு. Okay. So whatever it is. So if you say anything, everything is true, but it is beyond all this. It is beyond all this. So unnecessary to fight. See, this is Ramakrishna's story actually. Unnecessary to fight has no meaning. Sandayidar Mayai Shalakku.
Both can we do. Both can we do.
What both?
I mean, riding the self and surrendering.
Yes, both is wonderful. Yeah, it's complementary. See, it is not contradictory. See, our Acharya used to say one thing. When you are very inspired, when you really want to sit and meditate. And sometimes when you have to work in the world, when you go out in the world, do things, at the time have this bhavana of, I am not the doer, I am just an instrument. And everything is offered unto the Lord. And whatever happens, everything is Lord's prasada. So this you can have while you are working in the world outside. That is a beautiful attitude that helps the jiva. And the mind also becomes quiet. And when you are inspired, you dive deep within. It's not contradictory. The jnana and bhakti is not contradictory. It's in fact complementary. Muruganatha Swami also says in Anubhuti Venba, last Shivaratri we studied Anubhuti Venba. There, Muruganatha Swami very clearly writes, it is not contradictory, it's complementary. This jnana and bhakti. So both can be. See, in our ashram also, if you see, we encourage both. The worship of the Lord, right, and the Guru, and then these hymns on Arunachala, remembering Arunachala, and also Jnana Margam, Vicharam and other things. So both are wonderful. And Gurudev Swami Chinmayanji used to say, like two wings of the bird, Bhakti and Jnana. So with one wing you cannot fly, na? You will go round and round only. You cannot soar high. So both are required actually. But suppose if a person is oriented towards jnana only, then we should not condemn him. Let him do it. But suppose one person is oriented only towards bhakti, that is also a beautiful path. Let him do it. Whatever suits you, you take it up. Whatever suits others, let them take it up. This is the freedom our religion gives to everybody. Not that, one fit for all. Not that way. So that is the beauty of our religion also. And then moving on to the fifth one. 35th one. சித்தமாயுள் பொருளை தேர்ந்திருத்தல் சித்தி பிறா சித்தியலாம் சொப்பனமார் சித்திகளே நித்திரை விட்டு ஓர்ந்தால் அவை மெய்யோ உண்மை நிலை நின்று பொய்மை தீர்ந்தார் தியங்குவரோ தேர் சித்தமாய் உள்பொருளை தேர்ந்திருத்தல் சித்தி பிற சித்தியெல்லாம் சொப்பனமார் சித்திகளே நித்திரை விட்டு ஓர்ந்தால் அவை மெய்யோ உண்மை நிலை நின்று பொய்மை தீர்ந்தார் தியங்குவரோ தே சித்தமாய் உள்பொருளை தேர்ந்தெடுத்தல் சித்தி. What is the real siddhi? Siddhi means, it's a Sanskrit word. He has attained siddhi means he has attained his goal. Whatever is lakshya, he has attained. Attainment is called a siddhi. So here Bhagavan says, siddhamai ulporulai terndiruttal siddhi. So that which is naturally shining in our heart and already which is liberated, siddham, always attained, that the self, terndiruttal, meaning what? Knowing which, where you are abiding, that is real siddhi. That is the highest siddhi, or it is the only siddhi, true siddhi. Why? Pira siddhi ellam soppanamar siddhigale. All the other siddhis, like animadi siddhis, like you can become light and you can fly, or you can become very heavy, all those siddhis, ashtama siddhis are there. They are soppanamar siddhigale. Why he is saying soppanam? Meaning it is only a dream. Dream like those siddhis. Why you know? Because it is still in the purview of Triputi only. The knower known, the experiencer experienced. So, like a dream only. See, in Mandyakarika, why this waking is called as dream? Because it is in the world, purview of Triputi, he says. The knower known, experiencer experienced. Even the dream is the same. So, even the siddhis are in the purview of ahankara only. Ahankara is not destroyed. I am the Siddha Purusha, I am doing this. All these extraordinary powers I am having. And I can do this. See? So therefore it is still in the mind level only. It is ignorance only. Ajnana only. Therefore soppanamar siddhigale. It is like a dream only. And not only that, if you are not pure, if you are not matured, you may not know how to use it properly also. Most of the time the people misuse it. And that is the root cause of that destruction also. So therefore we have to be very jagrada, alert. We have to be. See, when a seeker walks this path, he may gain some siddhis. If he is sincere in his sadhana, he may gain some siddhis. For the enlightened soul, in Ramana Gita, Kavyakanta and Bhagavan says, definitely he will have siddhis. Meaning what? That siddhi will come to him. But to exercise the siddhi, to prove that one is so great, it is all ego. Understand? Soppanamar siddhigale. It is as if the things are like things in the dream only. Why it is like that? Nithirai vittu orndal avai meiyo. Nithirai vittu orndal means what? When you are awake, when you are dreaming, then you are awake. When you are awake, all those things what you have seen in the dream, is that true? No. Avai meiyo. No, it is not. Similarly, when you are awakened to yourself, all these things which are in the field of Triputi, the experiencer experience, it all becomes null and void. It all becomes nothing. Means totally false. Therefore, Nithirai vittal means two meaning. See, the dream, when you awake from the dream, then the dream objects are all unreal. Dream experiences are unreal. Similarly, here Nityade means when you awakened from the ignorance, then it all becomes nothing. அவை மெய்யோ நித்திரை விட்டு ஓர்ந்தால் அவை மெய்யோ உண்மை நிலை நின்று பொய்மை தீர்ந்தார் தியங்குவரோ தேர். One who has given up all falsehood and who are abiding in the truth, will they ever think about this siddhi? Will they ever be deluded by these siddhis? Tiyanguvaro. Tiyanguvaro means one who will he be deluded? At the same time, there are great Mahatmas who use this siddhi for lohakshema also, for the good of the world. That is also there. They are very pure, they are very matured, very enlightened. So when they use the siddhi, it is for the lohakshema. But the half-baked ones, not pure ones, they use it for their selfish purpose, for their own self-aggrandizement, and to boost their own ego, and to prove to the world that they are the supreme. That is how today so many, God man. I am the God. Everybody come and worship me. I am the God. There are so many of them now available in the market. I am God. And some of them are in jail also. And some of them are in bail also. So, meaning what? So, some siddhis, when you gain, then people are foolish, na? People don't know. Pavangal. When you exhibit some extraordinary power, they think, oh, this person is wonderful. He is everything. He is God. I tell you, these siddhis will come and will go also. They say these siddhis will come and go also. And not only that, it is very destructive if you are not using it properly. See, chummave, this power in the world, padavi, the power, that the bodhi goes into your head, that intoxication goes into your head. If these kind of power siddhis, if you get, what will happen, my God? So therefore, Bhagavan says, and even Ramakrishna says, all the saints say, you should not go after siddhis. You should go after the self. If siddhis come, let it come, but you should not entertain. A true seeker should not entertain siddhis, but it's a great temptation.
This verse indirectly refers that all those appearance of God in the Swapna to various people is false. It's not real.
This world itself is false. This world itself is false. Waking itself is a dream. What are you talking about dream? See, that is one point, one standpoint. See, another vyavaharic standpoint let us come. If a person is having in a dream some god, some murtam, irai murtam, it is good only. Instead of seeing some actress in the dream, he is actually seeing some goddess in the dream. That is good, na? His vasanas are pure, na? Na. So, that is good only. So therefore, okay, in the dream, if you see some divine, it's good only. But because of that, you cannot claim I am now divine. You have to work for it. Chumma, you're seeing somebody in the dream and say, oh, I have seen God. Even if you see God straight away, Bhagavan says, Manomayam Kachingarar. So you have to dive deep within and know the self. That is Ishwara Darshan. He's saying, nah. All these days I am repeating only that now again and again. So, even though that is very auspicious, it is a sign of your purity, but still that is not the end of the seeking. Understand? So, உண்மை நிலை நின்று பொய்மை தீர்ந்தார். Those who have given up falsehood and who are abiding in the truth, will they ever be deluded by these siddhis? They will not go after siddhis. See, those great souls, even though they have got all power, they sit just keeping everything within themselves. That is greatness, சித்தியை காமிக்கிறது பெரிய விஷயம் இல்லை. எவ்வளோ சித்தி இருந்தாலும் பேசாமல் சும்மா இருக்கிறது பெரிய விஷயம். See, when we have some talent, let us say, I know how to sing, then you cannot keep quiet. Every opportunity you want to sing. Suppose, let us say, if you are a good orator, you can talk well. Every opportunity you want to talk. You know, we want to express ourselves. That is the nature. But this Mahatma, with all the knowledge, with all the powers, with the abundance, he is quiet, means he is God only. He is so great. That is why our Bhagavan is so great. See, even though he was so great, he was so human, so practical. He was simple, very humble actually, and down to earth. He goes to the kitchen. Along with those old ammas, he cooks. See? He cooks. So, Bhagavan, so that is why Bhagavan is so great. And then moving on to the 36th verse. நாமுடலென்றெண்ணினல நாமதுவென்றெண்ணுமது நாமதுவாய் நிற்பதற்கு நல் துணையே நட்டுணையே யாமென்றும் நாமதுவென்றெண்ணுவதே நான் மனிதன் என்றெண்ணுமோ நாமதுவாய் நிற்குமதனால் நாமுடலென்றெண்ணினல நாமதுவென்றெண்ணுமது நாமதுவாய் நிற்பதற்கு நற்றுணையே யாமென்றும் யாமென்று நாமதுவென்றெண்ணுவதே நான் மனிதன் என்றெண்ணுமோ எண்ணுவதே நான் மனிதன் என்றெண்ணுமோ நாமதுவா நிற்குமதனால் நாம் உடல் என எண்ணில். If one thinks oneself to be the body, Nam means when we think ourselves to be this body, Deham, then Ala, no, it is not so. Ala means it's not. Nam Adu, I am that. Sivane Sivan, I am that. Adu என்று எண்ணுமது நாம் அதுவாய் நிற்பதற்கு நற்றுணையே. That is helpful to abide in our own self. நாம் அதுவாய் நிற்பதற்கு. For us to abide in that Paramatma, நாம் அதுவாய் நிற்பதற்கு is helpful. நற்றுணையே. துணையே means it is good, it is helpful. But why should one go on telling that I am that, I am that, I am that? யாம் என்றும் நாமதுவென் எண்ணுவது ஏன்? So why should one go on saying I am that, I am that, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, without getting rooted in the Brahman or the Atma Tattvam, just to say I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. He says it is like நான் மனிதன் என்றெண்ணுமோ. Will anybody will repeat I am man, I am man, you know I am man, you know I am man, I am man. You know very clearly that you are a man. You have no doubts. But if you go on saying, then people will doubt. So therefore, will anybody will go on saying, you know I am man, you know I am man. It is like that, very silly and ridiculous. Go on saying I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. See, it's a controversial subject actually. In traditional Vedanta Shastra, it is said, this is called as Brahmakara Vritti and all. Continuously you have to, this is Nididhyasanam they say. After hearing the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesha, you have to think about it, contemplate on it, and you have to, continuously you have to meditate on, I am that. Meditate means what? It's a through thoughts only. It's a bhavana only. That's what Bhagavan is saying. As long as you feel you are the body, if you have this idea that I am Brahman, it will help. Like Kataka nut. When the water is very muddy or very unclean, you put the Kataka nut, which is once again a dirt only. But both of them will go down, settle down. Atma Bodha will talk about it. Similarly, when you have the idea that I am the body, this another idea, I am Brahman, will nullify that thought. and that will also go. That's why Bhagavan says Natrunaye. It helps. But certain Vedantis, they say, even after realization, this Mahatma should always be in that Brahmakara Vritti, means what? I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman. Here Bhagavan says, why? After he is abiding in himself, what is the need for him to say, I am Brahman, I am Brahman? Always you are that. It is very clear, like Ullankai Nellikkanibol, like the fruit in the palm. Then why do you talk about it and say, I am Brahman, I am Brahman, I am Brahman? So a Jivan Mukta need not have any vrittis. You know what? From that state of total mauna, having vritti is an effort. இப்போ நமக்கு ஒரு காரியம் செய்வது எவ்வளோ எஃபர்ட்? துணி துவைக்கணுமா? should I wash my clothes? பாத்திரம் தேய்க்கணுமா? should I clean my vessels? சமைக்கணுமா? ஐயோ, how much effort na? For that Mahatma to have a thought is an effort. ஐயோ நினைக்கணுமா? எதையாவது நினைக்கணுமா? Please leave me alone. I don't want to think anything. We are so blissful in that state of no thought. And why should I think? Because nothing is there to think. There is nothing to think because there is only self. And nobody to think also. So for him to entertain thought, Ayyo Rama, it's an effort. So Bhagavan says this. For you people to sit quiet without any thought is so hard. That much hard for me to have a thought, he says. How true. So, if you ask that Mahatma to keep a thought, I am Brahman, he will say, why? I am Brahman. I am remaining in that. Brahma Tattvam. So, what is to say, I am Brahman? A man, will he ever say, I am man? ஏன்னா நாம் அதுவாய் நிற்கும் அதனால், because always we are that. That is the truth. Always we are that. That is the truth. And is effortlessly shining in the heart. So therefore, to go on uttering, pechu muchu adaki kondu, he says in the Atma Vicharam, don't utter a word. Sol ara, summa iru sol ara. Don't even utter a word. Pechu muchu adaki kondu. Muchu udakudadhu solluvan illaya. உட்காருங்க, மூச்சு விடக்கூடாது. You should not shout, you should not make scene, throw tantrums. மூச்சு விடக்கூடாது. Sit. That's how we tell our child, na. Pechu மூச்சு அடக்கி கொண்டு means here with the determination you sit, with the vairagya you sit. So therefore, it is not always saying I am that, I am that, I am that. But the certain sampradaya, they insist this is the way to go. Yes, Bhagavan says nal tunai only. It's not bad, it is tunai. But that is not Bhagavan's Atma Vichara marka. But this is the straight path. That is what Bhagavan is trying to drive through. And 37th, see, such ideas you don't get anywhere, very rare. சாதகத்திலேதுவிதம் சாத்தியத்தில் அத்துவிதம் ஓதுகின்ற வாதமதும் உண்மையல ஆதரவாய் தான் தேடும் காலும் தனையடைந்த காலத்தும் தாண்டசமன் அன்றியார்தான் சாதகத்திலேதுவிதம். ஏதுவிதம் படிக்கூடாது, சாதகத்திலே துவிதம் அப்படி படிக்கணும். சாதகத்திலே ஏதுவிதம்னு படிக்கூடாது, சாதகத்திலே துவிதம். சாதகத்திலே துவிதம் சாத்தியத்தில் அத்துவிதம் ஓதுகின்ற வாதமதும் உண்மையல ஆதரவாய் தான் தேடும் காலும் தனையடைந்த காலத்தும் தாண்டசமன் அன்றியார்தான். See, certain Mahatmas, certain Gurus, they say, sadhakattile duvidam. When you are in the sadhana stage, when you are a sadhaka, seeker, when you are doing the sadhana, then duvidam is true. Because you are seeing the world, you are experiencing the world. So therefore, from that standpoint, duvidam is true. Satyatil adduvidam. Meaning only when you realize that truth, then Attuvidam is true. Attuvidam means what? Your realization is what? Everything is non-dual, everything is one. But as long as you are in ignorance, you are trying to seek, trying to do sadhana, sadhakatil, that is what sadhakatil. In the stage of sadhana. Sadhakatile duvidam. Duvidam is true. Meaning you are seeing the world outside and you feel you are other than the world. But when you realize sadhyatil, sadhya means when you have realized, sadhyamaich, siddhyaich, then attuvidam. Advidam means non-dual. Ippudi oduhindra vaadamadum unmayala. This cannot be accepted. Bhagavan says, Ippudi oduhindra vaadam unmayala, Bhagavan says. Always attuvidam is only truth. Even when you are ignorant, even when you are seeing the world is false and the ego is false. It is not the truth. So, even when you are ignorant, even when you are seeking, you are a sadhaka, Advaitam only is true. After attaining that also, Advaitam only is true. So, certain Mahatmas, they say, or Samarasam. Always there are people who talk Samarasam. Hey, don't fight. Samarasam means, adhu saridhan. Idu sa pattimandram, You know what is that? Pattimandram English enna? Debate. Adu debate sollakooda, adu pattimandram vera. Vera enna vera madri. Like Solomon Papayas and all. This fellow will talk for one side, that fellow will talk for other side. And then he will say, that is also right. This is also right. These people are called Samarasam Pesaram. They don't have any stand of their own. So, like that some people say, yeah, when you are doing sadhana, yes, Dvaitam only is true. Because you are seeing it, experiencing it. Only when you attain it, yes, Advaitam is true because you are there. You are seeing only oneness. But Bhagavan emphatically says, Ippudi oduhindra vaadamadum unmayalla. This is not true. And in the third line, see, this is the genius of Bhagavan. Genius means what? He gives an example. Right? And the third line, it fits very much for that example also, for the point he is trying to drive also. This is very rare. The third line very much fits. What is the example? Adaravai thaan thedum kaalum thanai adainda kaalathum thaan dasaman nandriyar. Dasaman means 10th man. So this is a famous example in the Vedanta Shastra. There is a story. Some fellow travelers, they were traveling somewhere. 10 of them, the friends, they were traveling. So when they were traveling, they saw a big river flowing in front of them. So they thought they have to jump and they have to swim and cross the river. So few of them were not very confident. Because they know, but they were not confident. To swim in the river is difficult, You can swim in the pond, you can swim in the swimming pool. But in the river, the water is flowing with great speed. Ganges and all, you cannot swim, my God. It's flowing with terrible speed. So they all decided, okay, we will jump and we will swim across. And they swam across. When they came out, they got a doubt whether everybody has reached the other shore. So one fellow said, now you stand in the line. I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you only 9 is available. Only 9 are there. Where is the 10th man? The other fellow said, you don't know how to count even. You come, you go and stand. I will count. Then fellow said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 9. Yes, you are right. Only 9. So they were very disappointed, very, sorrow-stricken. One fellow has gone in the river. They started crying. Somebody has gone. So another fellow was walking that way. He was laughing. He said, now I will count. And he said, this fellow was standing here now, the fellow who counted. So he was standing here, all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, and you are the 10th. Oh, I found out the 10th man. So I have got the 10th man. Yes, we have got. Where you have lost him to gain. Where you have lost him to gain. Always he was there. That is why Bhagavan says, Adaravai than thedum kalam. While you are searching also, Tanai adainda kalathum. Means he has found himself. Than dasaman andri yar. So he is dasaman only. He is the 10th man. So while searching, there were only 9 people. After finding out, there came another fellow, 10th fellow. Is it true? No. Even while searching also, after finding out also, always you are the 10th. The fellow who said, I am the 10th. So you are the 10th. So here also, Thedum Kalathu means what? When you are searching for the truth. Adaindu vitta Kalathum. Meaning what? After you found out the truth also. And you are the truth. Always. Because you are the self always. It is not that you have gained something new. You thought you have lost, like that Dashaman. But nobody was lost. He thought he was lost. Somebody was lost. And then he was very happy that somebody was found. But actually, nobody was lost, nobody was found. The self is always shining in the heart as non-dual self only. In between, there is some misunderstanding, some confusion of the mind. It is projecting something. And after realizing that projection goes, the self remains the same. So, Adaravai than thedum kalam. That fellow, when he is searching also, tan adainda kalathum, after finding out himself also, tan dasamandan andriyar. So therefore, you know what it means, it means even now you are paripurnam. Even now you are asangaha. Even now you are achyutaha. This is what we have to assert. See, there are 2 ways of doing sadhana. One is you feel I am the Dheena Jiva. And then I want to realize that Supreme. Second thing is I am the Supreme. I have not lost myself. I am the Supreme. I am Paripuranan. எனக்கு ஒரு குறையும் இல்லை, நான் பூரணன். I have nothing to do with these experiences, these dvandvas, sukha dukkha. I am that. Like that, you assert your nature. Because even now you are that. Even now you are that. No. Only after realizing I will become that. If you become that, you may lose that also. If you gain something, you will lose something. You will lose that also. So it is not gaining something new. It is only rediscovering, which was always there. It is rediscovery of the self. It is not gaining something new. As if it was covered. Now as if it was removed. As if you are realized. As if you are realized. You are not realized. Because always you are real only. Always you are real. You cannot realize it. Bhagavan says. So you cannot know it. You cannot realize it. You cannot experience it. Because it is the self. It is the self. இதை தள்ளவும் முடியாது, கொள்ளவும் முடியாது. You cannot reject it. Or you cannot hold on to it. Why? There is nobody there to hold on to anything. You cannot reject it also because it is always your own. You are that. How can you reject the self? You can reject the not self. Deha, the mana and all, buddhi and all. But how can you reject the self? You cannot reject the self. You cannot hold on to the self also. Because there is nobody to hold on. There is nothing to hold on. தள்ளவும் முடியாது, கொள்ளவும் முடியாது. And always we are asanga only. We are unattached only. See, though the mind may create attachment, actually We are unattached only. That is why whatever happens, we sort of brood for some time. Afterwards, everything is all right. Yeah. So many people have come and so many people have gone. Everything moves. Nothing stops, even in our lives. We hold on to somebody and say, oh, this person is everything for me, blah, 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 blah. If that person goes, for some time you feel bad, miserable, and afterward, okay, that is life. Move on. Maybe you hold on to somebody else, who knows? And you move on. What is there? இதெல்லாம் சும்மா மனக்கற்பனை தான். ஓ தட் போ 7 தலைமுறைக்கும் 7 ஜென்மம் நீ தான் எனக்கு கணவனாக வரணும். For all the 7 ஜென்மாஸ் you should be my husband. இந்த 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 ஜென்மத்தில் நான் அனுபவிக்க டார்ச்சர் காணதா? 7 ஜென்மம். He is so laughing. Don't laugh. Your wife is here, huh? You are laughing out loudly. You are laughing out. You have to go back, huh? So 7 Janmas I have to be with you only. It's all only dialogue, you know. See, everything is mind. See, sometimes mind likes something, other time mind dislikes. It's all. Same thing mind likes one time and one point of time it dislikes also. This mind is, useless actually. Everybody should dance according to my tune. Otherwise, I will not like them. As long as you dance according to my tune, I like you. If you don't, I don't like you. So therefore, we are always asanga only. For some time it will be like that. கொஞ்சம் துக்கமாக தான் இருக்கும், கொஞ்சம் அசோசியேஷன் ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருந்துச்சுன்னா sometime there may be some dukkha, and afterwards the time heals everything. Everything will be all right for everyone. That is what it shows. It shows we are asanga only always. There is no sangata. Ragadveshadi samkulaha samsara swapna ragadvesha swakale satyavad bhati prabodhe satya asat bhavet. When you are going through it is so real, but when it is past, just no meaning. We were holding on to our mother like anything when we were very little children. Mother, amma, 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 amma. And when you become a teenager, okay, amma. And when you become middle-aged after getting married and having your own children, okay, amma, happy Mother's Day. And when you become very infirm, not able to do anything, chuma kada. Chuma tonna, chuma kada. Meaning what? That is all. The mother will only say, "You, how much I have struggled to bring you up, blah, 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 blah. Who asked me to give birth to me first? Tell me. You wanted that pleasure and you gave birth to me. Now you are saying, I struggled. Who asked you to struggle? Since because you gave birth to me, I am suffering now. You are the root cause of all my suffering. Who asked you to give me birth? Huh? Did I ask you? My God. So, therefore, when you are seeking also, when you realized also, always Attuvidam only is true. When that fellow was searching also, when he has found out also, he was always a Dashaman, the 10th man. Nobody was ever lost. Nobody was ever found. Always the 10th man was there. Okay. So that is what Bhagavan is telling. So we have completed 37 verses now. So 3 more verses. So tomorrow morning we will conclude the 3 verses. Tomorrow is Shivaratri. Ratri. Night is Shivaratri. But morning we will have class. Huh? And late morning also we will have another class. It is Padikam. And then night we will have Shivaratri. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. 1 minute. Tomorrow, during Shivaratri, we are going to have a special class on Padigam. That is night, 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. 9 to 10 in the night, we will have a special class. Tomorrow evening you may not have class. The 6:45 to 8 we may not have class because we'll have the first Kala Puja. After the puja is over, 9 to 10, here only we will assemble because YouTube live will not reach there. No? The Wi-Fi will not reach there. Okay. So he will assemble here only. So 9 to 10 we will study Padikam on Shivaratri night. To think about Arunachala, to sing his glories would be wonderful. So I am announcing to all the devotees also. So tomorrow is Shivaratri. So tomorrow night, 9 to 10, we will have a special session on Padigam. Okay. Hari Om.